Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to the Snatcher. The Snatcher. How do I start? There we go. Anyways, so, we've been playing Snatcher, Cyberpunk Adventure, and, hello, Kurt Q, question mark? Kurt Q adding himself? Anyways, welcome, everybody. If you're on YouTube, welcome Kurt Q in the comment section. We've been playing Snatcher. I don't really remember what we were doing. There was a snatching. Oh wait, we found the hospital. We found the hospital. We went into the hospital, and I forgot his name. Brendan was with us. Random was his name. The guy from the dice game. So Random was with us, and he was like, you have to escape. And then there was an explosion, and Random's probably fine because this is Hideo Kojima. And now we are on the run. We're in some sewers, I think. We're in the infamous sewers level of every video game ever made. Excuse me. I just sighed so loudly I'm dying. We're in the sewers, right? Excuse me. Metal, turn your light on, will you? I was waiting for you to ask. Let there be light. Well, let's try moving forward. There could be snatchers waiting for us. Please use extreme caution. How far does this thing go? Gillian, are you sure that this thing has an exit? That is the Chrono Trigger water sound effect. Hold on, yeah. I sighed and I breathed, and so many things all happened in my throat at the same time. Yeah, it's just full of phlegm. Ooh, red feathers. Destroyed, Kurt Q. Destroyed. Goodbye forever, Kurt Q. I'll miss you. I can hear the sound of water flowing. Then we must be close to a way out of this thing. Probably a sewer or something nearby. Kurt Q. I'm gonna miss that guy. He's preparing for his Angelina era. Constructed quite well. There are signs that construction to reinforce it has been carried out. Investigate the ground. What's this? There's some sand spilled here. How did this get here? Sand. Hold on. New year, new me, new YouTube. What's the story of that game? What game? Tales of Graces? It's one of my favorite games. Got it right here. Oh, Angeline era. Let's sign up for something. Anyways, sand. We're I've had a lot of experiences between last week and this week. I don't know, sand. Check the motion detector. Metal, are you picking up any movement? I'm afraid the shock of that explosion has damaged my motion detector. Uh-oh. So is it working or nah? Getting partial readings, but they are not as sensitive as they should be. If we get attacked in a narrow area like this, we've had it. Please pray for us, Gillian. You've got to make it out of here. Damn, so I have to depend on my own eyes and ears, do I? Hey, remember that time we prayed in this game? When we were driving? I do remember that. Right, now analyzing the sand. Dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-doo-ba-doo. Iron particles, high quantities, phosphorus. This type of sand is particular to the M district in Neo Kobe. The M district, eh? Around the old factory, right? What's that mean? Is that the factory from the beginning, I guess? Quite unusual that the particular sand would be present here. It was no doubt brought here by someone. Probably those snatchers that we got at the beginning. M district. Where do you look? No. Some kind of scratches here. Scratches? Check them out. The light isn't power enough. It appears to continue on. I can hear water. It can't be a dead end. I mean, it could be. Both the right and left side walls of the duct have scratches on them, as if something hard had bumped into them. Can't go back. The way is blocked by degree. Degree? Yes. Probably keep moving forward, but it's likely to be a dead end. Buried alive ain't great. Check real careful. There's got to be a way out somewhere. It continues for some distance, and just keep going forward. Ancient debris. The scratch is caused by scraping a very hard, claw-like object of some kind. A snatcher? Maybe they were using this as some kind of shortcut or back route. Here's that a snatcher was dragged through here? Human body would not cause such marks. Maybe that naked snatcher we saw in the operating room? Probably correct. An structure before the artificial skin was installed seems most likely. Betty. Betty, is that you? Yeah, I hear something in my apartment. Reinforcing bars formed a level 4 hardness steel alloy had been installed. It's quite strong. That's what saved us. I guess we should thank them, eh? Seems that this is not just a simple air duct. For an air duct, the quality of dust is quite low. So that means that this thing is used regularly, right? Yes, there is certainly no reason why anyone would ever deliberately clean a duct like this. That's you. Uh-oh. Ice 9? Gillian, is it Snow 9? Alright, I will gather and analyze a sample of the air here. Gillian, the results are as I would have expected. Though the concentration is thin, there is definitely Snow 9 present. Snow 9, huh? Is it okay to breathe in it? You'll be safe at these concentrations. God, reading is impossible. Sensors are not showing anything. The farther we go, the higher the concentration. It must be coming from that direction. Lower surface constructed of reinforced concrete. This does not seem to be just an ordinary air duct. Looks like the Snatchers have been using it to move around. These scratches in the presence of Snow 9, I'd say it's definite. I sure don't want to meet up with any of them in a tight space like this. Anybody here scared? Y'all need to hold hands. Here's a Snatcher. What am I missing? Lock, GBA, Must be... Finally. Advance. Alright, continuing forward. Jeez, this thing just keeps going. In sectors. You gotta be kidding, not here. Oh my god. I can't shoot very well. Oh my god, I'm dead. We gotta do it all over again. Now continuing. Nice. Dude, it's not just the gun not firing, it's the, like, aiming is terrible. Alright, well, we're here for what? My controller does not press up or down or something very well. And these diagonals are like impossible. I think if I swap the controller to be like analog, I could probably get through this pretty easily. Dude. Let's try that real quick. Dude, now I'm dealing with the responsiveness of the gun. The aiming's easier, but now the gun doesn't shoot. It's not one thing, it's another. Time to do this one frame at a time. I'm dead. impossible game. Gonna need somebody to come over to my house. Dude. Never give up. Oh, we definitely have. Registon missed the one time we quit. I only remember the time I had to fish up like an infinite number of frogs and I gave up. Oh my god, did we do it? Let's save somewhere just in case. No longer reading any motion. Ooh, they really built a lot of those things, didn't they? That was really close. Yeah, I took 5 hits. Only one more and it would have been at curtains. Yeah, read motion. Those insectors must have been security for this area, which means that at the end of this duct... Not reading any more motion. Let's move on. Let me fix my controller back. And... save. Want to meet up with any more of those spiders? Look, a way out. We're safe, Gillian. Metal, don't let your guard down.
What in the world?
This is part of the tube liner, the city's long-abandoned subway system.
You mean Queen's Hospital and this were connected?
Yes, it would appear that the Snatchers were using this to move from place to place. This would provide them with the perfect way to move about while still avoiding the ultraviolet rays they hate so much. We should have realized this sooner. The city is crisscrossed by the tube liner's old lines, and since they are abandoned, the Snatchers could move undetected as well.
Aha! That's how those two we caught a glimpse of at the abandoned factory where Gibson was killed were able to disappear so quickly. They must have used this subway.
That would appear to be correct. The tube liner passes underneath that factory site as well. That would also explain why sand from the factory was in the air duct at the hospital.
So this is the trick they were using to stay out of the sun and avoid being seen while they moved around.
Now we know why it took so long to uncover them.
All right, let's follow the subway. We should be able to get out when we get to the nearest station.
Less. How far does this thing go? We're probably lost. Wonder where we are. Metal, can you see what's up ahead? Appears that the tunnel continues for as far as I can see. The only sound is that of our own footsteps. Well, how much farther do we have to go to reach the next station? Since I don't know what our exact present location is, I cannot give you an accurate figure. Part of the system didn't have very many stations. We will probably have to walk quite a bit further. Why shouldn't we be, like, quiet? What if there's, like, a whole colony down here? What if we just, like, walk into, like, the Snatcher colony? All seems to go on for some distance. It's the area we just passed through. I see nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, can you hear any trains approaching? What are you saying, Gillian? The tube liner system has been abandoned for years. Or has it? There's no sound besides what we are making. Gillian, what's wrong?
Look, metal, light!
Yes, but this doesn't look like a station.
There's a ladder.
Where do you suppose it leads, Gillian?
I don't have the slightest, but let's climb it and see.
All right, now climb
Let's check
the
it
ladder.
out.
We seem to have emerged into an odd place.
Hmm.
Wait, this room.
It's Freddie Nielsen's bathroom.
What?
He was using this shaft from the bathtub to get down into the subway. So that's how he did that.
What?
Ah, yes. As I recall, after you disposed of Lisa, he somehow entered the apartment without using the regular entrance.
Which he accomplished by using this secret passage into his bathtub.
The bathtub must be of a double construction. The bottom is actually a lid. When they wanted to hide the passage, all they needed to do was fill the tub. And to get in and out, they would just drain the water into another tank.
Jeez. Double bottom bathtubs? Abandoned subways? Snatchers really go out of their way to stay out of the sun.
Why?
Okay,
But
Gillian,
why?
let's head outside.
Why? Were they really important Snatchers? Do all Snatchers have this in their apartments? What is this? It's like the junk team has already taken care of Freddy's remains. The ladder leading underground. You can see your reflection in the mirror. I'd prefer not to be strangled like that again, thank you. What? Bathroom has been neatly cleaned up. The area's been sealed off by police tape. Tape? You mean this laser beam, right? Don't break the beam, Gillian. Got people from headquarters all over the place. Security sensor, you know. See, you gotta make sure nobody messes with the evidence after all. Nothing has changed since we were last here. The apartment has been sealed off by the Junker Agency and Kobe City Police. Here's the faucet was a double construction, functioning as a switch as well. Where there's nobody else in the reflection. Not reading any movement. We're the only ones here. Save our game. Double save our game. I can go back underground. This is Freddy's living room. A map was important. It's late 20th century map. Moscow, eh? Chensuo over at Queen's Hospital had a picture of St. Basil's Cathedral. Chief keeps a picture of Red Square hidden. How come everybody is such a big Moscow fan these days? What's going on here? Moscow seems to hold some clue to this whole thing, doesn't it? Moscow. Did that guy say something about it? Before the explosion, didn't Chen say something about achieving what was meant to be 55 years ago? And the depths of the Kremlin? Now that you mention it, this map is from exactly that era, isn't it? Moscow 55 years ago. key to understanding the Snatchers no doubt lies there. This has to have some meaning. I don't think they'd paste a 50-year-old map up here just as a decoration. Large-scale map of Moscow. Late 20th century map. Not reading any movement. Lisa's remains have been cleaned up. Be careful that you don't touch the tape lines. Yeah, jeez. I feel like I'm breaking into the place or something. Breaking into the world. We're outside of Nielsen's apartment. Thank God. Now let's get back to headquarters. The building Nielsen's were living in. Since the incident the other day, the other occupants have all moved out. Look, there's a taxi over there. Cut off to prevent Snatchers from spreading. The building is no longer inhabited. Quite a ways from Green's Hospital. It's very quiet here. Cab is for hire. Shall we board it? Alright, let's board the taxi. We've boarded the taxi. Man, this is... Word. Where to, sir? This is a manned cab. I can take you anywhere you want to go. The car's been modified to operate on manual only. Hey, this is a black taxi, you know? Don't be so nosy, okay? Face is concealed. Polarizing film has been placed on the rear view mirror. Oh, stop that, please. Now, where would you like to go? On urgent business. Get us to Junker headquarters as quickly as you can. Junker headquarters, eh? What would you want to go there for? Something going down? We're in a hurry. Is this some kind of a joke, sir? You can't be serious. This is a manned taxi, you know? Can't go to a place like that. Metal, I think we picked a weird taxi. Driver is a medium height and medium build. Come on, stop that, please. Now, where would you like to go? Driver's identification is not posted on the dashboard. Listen, I'm a junker. Take me to Junker headquarters and do it quickly. I'm afraid not. You're going somewhere else. Want to know where that is? Where? Straight to hell. Who could have seen this coming? I got shot.
Is he dead?
He's junk now. Stubborn one, wasn't he?
Jeez. He made it through that explosion and was waiting for us out here. If those things ever get control of the city, there's no way we'll ever get it back. We've got to stop them before that.
And to do that, we have to prevent the chief from getting to the Kyoto summit.
I know. And I have to pay back my debt to Random.
Let's use this taxi to get back to Junker headquarters.
I planned on it. I just hope Mika and Harry are safe.
What do we do with the body? We've arrived at Junker headquarters. Certainly hope Mika and Harry are safe. Alright, Metal, this is the final showdown. Are you ready? Let's go. Now entering headquarters. This is the lobby. The shutter on the reception booth is closed. Here's something attacked this place. The shutter on the reception booth is closed. So where did Mika go? Yeah, let's save. Save your game. This is the protective shutter for the reception booth. It is automatically lowered in times of danger. Emergency light is flashing on the door check panel. The headquarters has been put on emergency status. There are a few holes in the shield, no doubt caused by blaster or cannon fire. Cannon? Then it's Snatchers who did this. Surface of the shutter shows evidence of having been struck by fire from an energy weapon. Read motion. Something is in the booth. It's been locked from the inside. The only way to open it is from inside the booth. Hey, we have to open this somehow. Can't this be opened from the outside? If it has an emergency external connection port, then it can be opened from the outside. We have to look for a thing. That'll find the external connection jack. Here we are. I've located an emergency external connection port on the side of the booth. With this, I will be able to open the shelter. Shutter. Oh my, wait, hold on. Now plugging into with emergency external connection port. Releasing locked mechanism. Now opening the shutter.
All right, I'm going to open it, but please use extreme caution.
Oh
Anything
my.
could be inside.
Oh my God, she's a snatcher. Wait. Oh my God, she's a snatcher.
Mika! Mika, are you all right? Metal, how is she?
I think
Her
she's
pulse
dead.
is normal. The only external injuries are to her forehead, and they are not serious. There's been no
She's
significant
bleeding out of the
blood loss.
eyes.
Mika, come on, snap out of it. It's me, Gillian.
Gillian? Gillian.
Mika, what happened?
Gillian, the chief. The chief is a snatcher.
So he's finally shown his true colors.
Harry's...
What's happened to Harry?
Harry put me in the pod and sealed the main door. He locked the snatcher in.
That was smart. Not even a snatcher can get through this shield.
So where's Harry?
He said keep the door sealed no matter what happens in there. And then he went in. Gillian, please help him.
Harry! Mika, open the door. I'm going in.
Noogie Woogie is an Easter egg
Metal,
answer.
we're going in.
Epi.
Be careful.
Claude's been
That
trying to
snatcher
figure out
could
how
be
to
hiding
spell
anywhere.
it.
Yes, sir.
Gillian, please be careful. The chief is very cunning. Don't let your guard down.
Don't worry. I'll watch myself in there.
I thought it was like Keon. We're in, oh. I don't think this guy's okay. We're in the main hallway. What's this? Someone is down. That hat. Harry?
Harry!
Oh, Gillian.
Bro's been
is that
painting.
you? I'm getting old. Just look at me.
What happened?
He's 23.
I saw the chief messing with your turbo cycle, and that weird picture in his office.
Metal, how is he? Metal!
I do not wish to say.
Really that bad, huh?
Gillian, when I confronted him about what I saw, he showed me what he really was. I was barely able to even scratch him.
That's enough, Harry. I understand. Metal, is there anything we can do for him?
Gillian, I'm sorry.
Harry, you'll be okay. It doesn't look like you're hurting too bad. This'll work out perfect.
Yeah.
You always were working too hard anyway. Why don't you take a nice long vacation somewhere and rest up?
Yeah, sure. Nice try, Gillian, but it's my body. I know I ain't gonna make it. You were a good kid, Gillian.
Harry!
I don't know how to say this right, but I've always had a special feeling about you. I've always had trouble talking to people since I was little, like my father. What I can remember of him.
Pulse and blood pressure falling.
Harry, hang in there. You and I were gonna go out and tie one on, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You, me, and Jean, the three of us.
But John is...
Metal, quiet.
Gillian, I've lived my life alone. I didn't know my parents or family. Always so stubborn, glued to my research. I never really trusted anybody. That was a mistake.
Blood pressure continuing to fall.
Harry?
After Jean died, I felt it. Human warmth, companionship.
I know what you mean.
Gillian, I just wanted to get along with everybody. I don't need no Nobel Prize. For 50 years, I've been searching, trying to find something I lost. Looks like I'll never find it now.
Gillian, he's about...
Looks like
He's a bomb.
I've been talking too much. It's up to you now, Gillian.
Gillian.
I'm
Gillian.
finished. You won't forget this, old grouch, will you?
Harry!
Gillian, you've got to believe in yourself.
Harry's a bomb.
You're
I mean, Gillian, Harry's a
the
bomb.
last junker.
Harry! Harry!
Pulse 0. Pupils are dilated.
Oh, he's...
Cunningham!
I thought the beeping was a bomb.
Snatcher! I'll get you for this!
We have no time for grieving. That Snatcher is still hiding somewhere here in headquarters.
Metal, listen to me. If that Snatcher gets me, you've got to take Mika and run. Then you've got to blow up Junker headquarters. Blow it sky high. You understand me?
Yes, sir. I just hope it doesn't come to that. So, where should we start our search?
I don't know, I was not paying attention. I was, looking at memes. I heard this, like, beeping noise. I was like, wait, he's gonna explode. Start with Chief's office. This is the Chief's office. I don't see the Snatcher. I do see, like, a book. Under the sofa. That he's under the sofa. I will check it out now. Are you ready? Sorry, nothing there. Take another look, but Snatcher does not seem to be around. What's this, like, book? They're reading. Right in a place like this? Alright, I'll check it now. Please be careful. No Snatchers here. Alright, I'll check it now. Nothing unusual. Okay. This is engineering. Can't find any sign of the Snatcher. Not the only place one could hide in this room, right? I'll check it out now. Nothing there. Right now investigating. Sorry, nothing there. Which reminds me of every time Knuckles would go looking for something in Sonic Boom, and he's like searching under like pieces of paper for Sonic. Maybe he's under here, and it's like a small bowl. Alright, now investigating. No Snatchers here. Have any motion in engineering? I don't read any movement. We're the only ones in the area. Ceiling fan is the only thing moving. This is the detective's room. I don't see the Snatcher. Now checking locker. Nobody there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Any motion readings? No recording. This is the shooting range. Can't find any sign of the Snatcher. The shadows. There's a good chance he's hiding in here somewhere. I will check it out now. Are you ready? No Snatchers here. We'll check it out now. Oh, sorry, nothing there. Now investigating. No Snatchers here. Stop motion in the shooting range. Reading anything? No movement. BGH 251F2 from Final Fantasy VIII. I remember RHL 113. This is the computer room from Final Fantasy 15. I don't see the Snatcher. Shadow. Check it out now. Are you ready? Ah, nothing there. How about under the desk? No Snatchers here. Is there any motion in the computer room, Metal? I don't read any movement. We're the only ones in the area. Man, they should let me play Metal Gear 1. Been everywhere? We're in the main hallway. Checked all the rooms. Where could it be? Go through all the rooms one more time. I mean, obviously there's like a secret sewers entrance somewhere. Probably in the chief's office. There's something on the desk. That's what I said the first time we were here. Hmm? There's no stain like this a few moments ago. No, there definitely was. Did y'all look at the ceiling? It's blood. Oh, okay, hold on. I think I've said this 100 times now. These guys are the dumbest detectives I've ever seen in my life. Little blood on the desktop. Man, where could it be coming from? There's some blood is dripping from the ceiling. I'll try looking up. Why don't we investigate the ceiling? Cunningham. Oh god. Uh-oh, now it's dark in here.
Control system has been destroyed. Distance to motion readings increasing.
Is he trying to run?
Motion readings have vanished.
You got past me this time, Snatcher.
Headquarters emergency lighting has been activated.
Can we find him again?
We should go after him immediately.
We'll find him. We know he's somewhere inside headquarters.
The Snatcher has been wounded. We should look for traces of blood.
This was definitely the funniest thing I've seen all week. Where should we go? Back to the hallway. Oh god, there's blood everywhere. We're in the main hallway. Snatcher does not seem to be around. This is really weird. It has to be somewhere in headquarters. Maybe he never left the room. Engineering. The detective's room. We hit some fuse. Nothing in this game makes sense. Get a room. Where is it hiding? There's no way for it to get out of headquarters. There's still some rooms we haven't checked. Like the front room. Let's check the lobby. The lobby? You never know. The main door was sealed off when we came in. We checked and double-checked everywhere else. Let's go take a look. I swear to God, Mika better not be
The
dead.
main door has been opened.
She's gone.
Did Mika open it?
Wait, Mika's not in the pod. What happened?
The lighting has been disconnected.
Don't move, Seed.
Cunningham, is that you?
I read motion. He is definitely in here.
Where are you? Show yourself.
I'm right
No.
here. I don't need to run or hide from you.
No, Mika.
Mika!
No, Gillian, don't move. It's a trap.
A hostage? You cowardly scum! Mika, why did you open the entrance?
I don't know. I was really scared. I mean, the emergency light's coming on so suddenly.
Seed, go ahead and shoot. But you'd better be a pretty good shot, or this kid goes home in a bag.
Shoot, Gillian. Kill this thing. Don't worry about me.
Mika!
No.
What are you going to do?
I have you now, Junker.
Oh, what? Wherever.
The Snatcher's functions have been terminated.
Mika, are you all right?
Yes. Yes, I think so.
Only shot her once.
Harry? I got him. Random? Sorry it took so long, but this ought to make us even.
It's just one doe. We haven't solved.
Junker? You may have stopped me, but it's not over yet.
Gillian, this is just residual energy feedback. Its power levels are dropping rapidly.
Crane's Hospital was nothing more than a maintenance facility. We have comrades operating throughout the city, more than you
Comrades,
can
you say.
imagine. Now our plans will move into phase 2. For that, we will enlist the help of Professor Lorraine.
Why'd you tell me all this?
Your existence is meaningless as long as you don't get your memory back. Good luck, Junker.
What?
My memory? Comrades? Professor Lorraine?
Harry. Why? Please tell me. Why do so many good people have to die?
Mika.
This is all wrong.
Mika, don't worry. I won't let anybody else die.
Never played
I've
Police
made a
Knots, so it
promise
might
to
actually be
Harry
the first
and Randall.
time.
But the city is still full of snatchers.
I just remember Ghost Babel.
This fight is just beginning.
Gillian, I have an
Wow.
urgent video call from Jamie. I'll connect you.
Who?
Gillian, I've got my memory back. I remember everything.
Your memory. So what about us, Jamie? Who are we?
Gillian, it's terrible.
No.
What we've done.
Jamie.
We invented the
what's wrong?
Snatchers.
I can't tell you something like this over the video phone. I would have been better off never remembering.
Okay, Jamie, calm down. I'll head out right now. Where are you? Is it snowing?
I'm sorry, Gillian. I can't tell you. They've taken our boy hostage.
Our boy?
What?
Who?
Professor Modner is here too.
Jamie, what are you talking about?
I'm so sorry.
Snatcher!
Gillian!
We have Professor Lorraine. We only require her cooperation for a short period here at the Kremlin. So for now, I suggest you avoid doing anything foolish, Professor Seed.
Oh my god. Welcome back, GBA. Alright. I'd like to save what has happened up to this point. I don't know, would I? Save completed. Continuing with the investigation. Here, let's save in some other random spots.
With the start of this year's Kyoto Summit just 3 hours away, the delegates from the participating countries are beginning to arrive at the conference center. A major poll of domestic and international opinion, carried out just last week, shows that the vast majority of respondents favor a complete quarantine of Neo Kobe as a means to combat the risk of the Snatcher menace.
Haunting ground.
Now that the Chief's death has been confirmed, it won't be long before they strip us of our Junker authorization.
They will be deciding how to handle Neo Kobe at the summit in just 3 hours.
There are rumors that they're going to use nukes on the city to make sure the Snatchers are wiped out.
That's ridiculous. Come on, this is the 21st century.
That may not be as improbable as it seems. The world's leaders are extremely concerned about the Snatcher problem.
The Chief was going to calm this hysteria in his speech at the summit, but that'll never happen now.
3 months ago, government pressure on Junker operations increased dramatically. Gillian's transfer here was really our last chance.
Our own chief was snatched. It's not too surprising they don't want to trust us anymore.
I've heard that the Army and FBI are going to take over operations now.
That's correct. That too will be officially decided in 3 hours' time.
3 hours, eh? Is there any way we can find their hideout in that time?
If we don't, we and everybody else in this city are finished.
As far as they're concerned, we're just like a cancerous tumor that has to be cut out.
We have to hit the Snatcher's headquarters before then.
Gillian, can you do it?
If we only knew where it was, I should be able to manage something.
Hitting their outposts like Queen's Hospital won't do any good. We have to find their main nerve center.
What about the memory of that Snatcher who was impersonating the Chief?
Just like the others, it was completely blanked. It's a form of self-destruct mechanism that they use.
Wait a minute. Metal, what about tracing that video phone call from Jamie?
It was no good. The call didn't last long enough. Still, it definitely did come from within the city.
Damn. Where are they hiding?
Gillian, can't you remember anything at all? Didn't Jamie say something that implied you were somehow connected to the Snatchers?
Nothing. I can't remember a damn thing. Metal, I want you to tell me everything you know about me. Why was I sent to Junker headquarters? Where did I come from?
Gillian...
Metal, the Chief's dead. Tell me everything you know about me.
Well, you see...
Metal!
All right. With the Chief gone, you are the highest-ranking officer here.
You knew all along?
You mean Mika's not
of course.
the highest-ranking officer here?
Where were we rescued from?
3 years ago, you and Jamie were taken into protective custody in the Siberian Neutral Zone by the 17th Siberian Investigative Force. More precisely, you were discovered in cryogenic sleep pods in an underground bunker near Moscow.
Cryogenic sleep pods? You mean they were frozen?
This is a photograph of the bunker. There is no record of when you were placed there. In addition, the third pod was
Reminds me
empty
of
at the
Overblood.
time you were discovered.
There were 3 pods?
You were revived and taken into custody by the Army. Apparently, as a result of the extended sleep, both of you suffered from complete amnesia. However, another theory suggests your memories may have been intentionally erased. This is the only piece of evidence found at the
Oh my
site.
god, is that Harry?
That's Harry's picture from when he was a kid.
Oh my god.
That's correct. Harry is Gillian and Jamie's son. It's been confirmed by DNA tests.
Harry? Harry was my son?
Using the
Oh
information
my
gained
God.
from the photo, it was established that you are Gillian Seed and your wife, Jamie Lorraine. Both of you are American citizens, born in the
How
late
could this have happened to me
1960s.
twice in one
The
week?
1960s?
The
In
1908.
addition, both of you vanished without a trace in 1989. There is no other information available about you after that.
1989?
1989.
You come from a world that's been gone for 50 years.
But what does that have to do with the Snatchers?
When the 17th Special Investigative Force was bringing the two of you out, there was an accident. Though the two of you were all right, most of the 17th was killed. One of them was a Snatcher. Of course, before their departure, they all underwent thorough examinations. So, if one of them was snatched...
It had to be somewhere in Siberia, right?
That's correct. And in order to attempt to determine the origin of the Snatcher, as well as your true identities, you were assigned to Junker headquarters. The hope was that exposure to the Snatchers would help you regain your memories.
Moscow? 50 years ago?
Almost everyone who was in Moscow at the time was killed in the catastrophe.
So Gillian and Jamie are the only living witnesses?
Harry. Harry was my son. Did he know?
No, it was highly classified information. He was never told.
I was never able to do anything for him.
Wait a minute, Gillian. Didn't Jamie say something about taking a boy hostage?
That's right. They must know about Harry and are using him to threaten her.
We have to find their headquarters quickly.
We've only got 3 hours.
Gillian, let's think this all through again. We may get some kind of a hint out of it.
You're right. There may be some clue in the way they're operating.
All right, let's go over what we know about them.
What's the Snatcher's weak point? Hold on, let's save. I can't believe twice in 1 week the same story would play out. Next, we're gonna find out Mika's also our daughter. Anyways, first of all, what's the Snatcher's weak point? Claude. Sun, ultraviolet rays. This is the Snatcher's weak point? That's correct. The weak point is their defective artificial skin. Long-term exposure to ultraviolet rays causes mutations in the melanin of the stratum basal in their skin, which become cancerous. Okay, but they're robots. I still don't see how that affects them as robots. That just kills their skin. Specifically, long ultraviolet rays in the 2050 and 3050 nanometer range is responsible for causing the cancer. That's right, and that's the reason they are so limited as to when they can be out. They only come out at night in the middle of the winter, and wear sunscreen even then. That's the method that Gene used to figure out what the Snatchers were up to. Ironic, turns out that the destination of the ozone layer actually had, or the destruction of the ozone layer actually had a benefit for us humans. That's right. Now, what method were they using to move and be able to avoid ultraviolet rays and sunlight at the same time? Is it the turbo cycle, or is that the name of my car? I'm going with underpass. I think that was the name of my car. This is the method movement the Snatchers were using. That's right. They were using the abandoned tunnels of the old tube liner is what I was thinking of. Tube liner system to get from place to place. Now they were able to move around without being noticed. Nielsen's apartment, the old factory, Queen's Hospital, all their hideouts were connected by the tube liner. So maybe there's a tunnel into their main base as well. There's a good chance of that. Next, what phenomenon was always observed at any location where Snatchers appeared, including the underground tunnels? Sneeze. Yawn. This is the phenomenon you're talking about? That's right. What was the cause of the sneezing? Ice 9. This is the reason for the sneezing. You're correct. The sneezing was caused by the presence of the allergen Snow 9. Snow 9 is an artificial form of pollen developed by the military, and its presence is limited to certain regions. They're using it to interfere with radio transmissions and keep people away, probably producing it intentionally themselves. The only regions of the city where Snow 9 is still present are areas around the Ina River. It has been cleared out of other areas because of the danger it presents. So that means that their base must be somewhere near the Ina River, right? That is a fair conclusion. They are probably somewhere near the Ina River, protected by Snow 9. Accessible to the tube liner and near the Ina River. You're sold condo for your work casually. Yes? Question mark? We must not forget the 3 photographs that we found the Snatchers with. All of them are related to the Soviet Union before the catastrophe. Up on the wall, Nielsen's apartment. Picture of the temple in the director's office at Queens. And the photo of the red square hidden in the chief's office. Why do Snatchers keep pictures of memorabilia like this? Maybe they're homesick? Maybe that's where they come from. Homesick? Get serious, Mika. The robots, you know. Whoa. Whoa. Analyze this a little closer. What city is related to all 3 of these pictures? Moscow? This is the city they have in common. That's correct, it's Moscow. And this great state of Chicago must be where they come from. That must be the basis of their programming. Might be right. Just as people have a hometown that is dear to them, the creators may have put a hometown into their programming. These very advanced artificial intelligence systems, they may have needed something like that to maintain their emotional balance. Yeah, they were born out of nothing, but they needed to give them some kind of image as an emotional base. So Moscow is their creator and their home, and the place that they found Jamie and I.
In other words, this homing instinct thing of theirs has led them to set up their headquarters in some place that reminds them of home, or their creator.
What part of this city is
Their
like
creator,
Moscow?
us.
Moscow's really cold, right? They get a lot of snow, don't they?
Snow?
9.
No snow has been recorded in Neo Kobe in several years.
Well, then that's not it.
Wait, what about that pollen? That crystal bioengineered stuff, Snow 9?
Now that you mention it, wasn't it snowing on Jamie's video phone call?
That's right. Their hideout has to be somewhere close to the Ina River.
The Ina River flows for miles around here, Gillian. We could never search it all in time.
Gillian, let's look at a map of the areas investigated so far. This is an enlarged view of the southwest portion of the city around the Ina River. This blue area is that in which Snow 9 is present. Now I'll superimpose a chart of the abandoned tube liner tunnels. From this, we can establish those areas with Snow 9, which are accessible by subway tunnel.
Damn. Nice try, but it's still too large. We could never cover it in 3 hours.
Don't give up so fast, Gillian. What about that image of home thing we were talking about? Maybe there's some kind of geographic similarity. Maybe the same view can be seen or something.
I'll display a map of Moscow alongside.
Oh my god, it's the same.
What's this?
Look, the rivers are exactly the same shape.
What?
This is the Moscow River over here.
It looks like we're on the right track, Metal. Show us the location that Jamie and I were picked up from.
All right, right here.
Metal, before the catastrophe, what was at this location?
The headquarters for the entire Soviet Union, the Kremlin.
The Kremlin? That Snatcher said something about taking Jamie to their Kremlin.
Metal, what spot in Neo Kobe would match up with the location of Moscow's Kremlin?
Calculating. This is the spot. It's presently occupied by an old church. It's rather large, but reports indicate it's
Always
been
a
abandoned
church.
for nearly 20 years.
Not a cult.
And it's right in the middle of the Snow 9 and subway area.
That's it! That's their headquarters, their new Kremlin.
Gillian, let's go!
Wait, Gillian. I want to go with you.
Sorry, Mika.
Hey, I'm a junker too, you know.
I know, and you're a great one at that.
So take me with you then.
You head to the summit to warn the delegates. They haven't given up, you know.
The summit's in Kyoto. I'm not going to be the only one to run.
You've got to convince them not to use nukes on Neo Kobe.
We found their hideout. There's no need now to sink the whole island.
Yes, but...
It's a tough job. Can you do it?
Okay, Gillian. I'll do what I can.
Thanks. Thank you, Mika.
Don't say it, okay?
Let's go, Gillian.
Gillian?
Yes? What's wrong?
How about dinner sometime?
Dinner?
Yeah, you know, dinner.
Mika.
Not
Say it.
interested.
Say yes.
I thought it would be nice, you know, to kick back, relax. It's Christmas after all.
Christmas, huh? I'll be back by then.
Gillian, we have
I'll
to
be
hurry.
back by then.
That's a promise, right? I heard you.
Yeah, okay. But I gotta go to church first.
I'll see you
I have to
soon.
go rescue my wife.
Okay, Metal, let's go.
He said yes. I don't have to go rescue my wife. Let's just go to dinner. This is the last turbo cycle. That's safe. The spare turbo cycle has not been painted, but that does not affect its locomotive functions. The parking lot has been rather lonely. It's quite safe, but has not been tampered with. We do not read any motion. You and I are the only ones here. It isn't red. I never played Warhammer. Almost clicked on finish. My brain was like, I'm finished making this decision. Alright, here we go. Now boarding turbo cycle. Yo, the seats are red. Hot dogs again. We boarded the turbo cycle. Where would you like to go? Of course, I know the answer to that question. Church. Exit turbo cycle.
I've input the map data on the Kremlin's locations. Lift off.
Lift off.
Flight configuration. Now gaining altitude.
Jamie, please be safe.
Gillian, please keep in mind that we're working with a strict time limit.
Yeah, we are. We're on question 45.
50-year debt in 3 hours. Snow!
Snow 9, to be specific. We've entered the Snow 9 region. Please put on your breathing filter. Direct inhalation is dangerous.
All right.
Radio transmissions will also be impossible from this point on. Understood?
Yes.
Now descending. Conversion to hover configuration complete. Gillian, we've arrived.
Junker HQ. Get back. Hey, Mika. We've arrived at the church. Something strange about this church. Oh, now I know why they call it their Kremlin. Very old church. Bears the resemblance to St. Basil's Cathedral. No doubt they thought the same thing. Appears to be snow, but it's actually Snow 9. Try to avoid inhaling any of it directly. Surrounded by a large grove of tall cedar trees. It's likely to just keep just about anybody away. Given the season, a few Christmas lights would really liven up the scene. It's true, it is New Year's. The building's about 50 years old, but appears to be well maintained. So where's the entrance? On the front side of the building. This is definitely Snow 9. Sensor scan reveals that the tube liner tunnel passes directly underneath this area. Well, that's no surprise. Looks like we've got the right place. picking up any large movement signals. Only sound is that of the wind. Perfectly quiet.
All right, now opening the door.
What's wrong? Won't open?
I've scanned it, and it's not locked. It is probably rusted into place.
Not surprising. After all, our friends always go in and out through the basement.
Let's push it together.
All right. 1, 2, 3!
Ow.
That got it.
Dracula, is that you? What's this? It appeared to be some kind of chapel for the Snatchers. Are you telling me those things pray? To whom? No doubt to their creator. The portrait on the wall is probably a representation of him. This picture of BP up on the wall. BP waving. Oh my god. It is Dracula. He can go up there. Person is no doubt the one the Snatchers worship as their creator. This guy looks like a Dragon Quest hero. Isn't that random? We were had. I told you he's not dead. This is a Hideo Kojima game. Compare the picture with my data on random. While the facial bone structure of the individual in the portrait is nearly identical to that of random, positive identification is impossible as the picture is not a photograph. It just looks too much like him to be a coincidence. How random. These are the chairs for worshippers in the chapel, no doubt. Everything is nice and orderly. It's as if the pre-collapse Soviet Union has been recreated here. Something is written on the painting. The creator, Modnar. That sounds like a Dragon Quest villain. This is Professor Modnar? The one the Snatcher was talking about, eh? Appears to be a portrait of that person. There are a number of scratches on the surface. They were almost certainly caused by Snatchers. All very organized, almost inhumanly so. There's another room farther back. I'm picking up any large movement signals. Oh god, big yawn. Oh man. Running out of oxygen here. So have already left for the summit? Love Sega CD sound effects. No litter or garbage anywhere, it's almost too clean. The whole area is exceptionally quiet. Not get a clear channel in this area. No transmission is possible. No none causing the trouble. Stone levels are very high here. How did they... Wait. So then how did they call us? I don't need a nap, I just need oxygen. I'm afraid there's about the that's about the size of it. What about the video call from Jamie? No doubt the call used a very high-powered transmitter of some kind. Decorations do not appear to be those of a church. Based on the condition of the paint and canvas, I would say that this portrait was painted over 50 years ago. See the third guy? Oh my god. Now move. Oh, I thought it meant like outside. Now moving into the back room. Whoa. Snatchers. Look at them all. Not picking up any energy readings. They're all deactivated in some kind of suspension mode. So this is their warehouse, eh? Must be a few hundred of them here. They continue all the way back. Still, this doesn't look like a factory to me. These are endo structures which have yet to have the artificial skin installed. The bone sizing devices and skull slits are all still still set to the smallest sizes. So the victims haven't been chosen yet. They're all just waiting their turn. There seem to be a number of containers stacked up in the back of the room. None of these Snatchers appear damaged. All they need is their energy packs. The generator units have yet to be installed, however. I don't see any tools or equipment for maintaining anything in the area. This room would appear to just be a storage area. There's some kind of label here. 23rd Siberian Investigative Force. Siberian Investigative Force? It appears that these Snatchers were brought to Neo Kobe from the Siberian Neutral Zone. It seems the investigative forces have been responsible for shipping the Snatchers. In other words, the investigative forces have been snatched, just like when they found us. See, so the Siberian investigative forces bring the Snatchers out of Siberia into storage here. I think you're right, Metal. And the Snatchers just wait here in storage to be reactivated and ingested after the victims are selected. Rather efficient system. I wonder where the actual snatching takes place. That part of this room may hold the answer to that question. Not picking up any large movement signals. Just us and the wind, that's all I can hear. Ready, Gillian? Now heading for the room farther back. Whoa. Snatcher's culturing room. The mechanism is operating. And there are Snatchers with their artificial skin already installed here.
This is where they fuse the artificial skin onto the Snatcher's endostructure. First, they adjust the size of the still skinless Snatcher to the size of the individual who is to be snatched. The Snatcher's overall shape and size can be adjusted by expansion or contraction of sizing rods. Their sex is controlled by gender units, which are installed at this point. Then, the face is modified to match the intended victim by adjusting the size of the upper and lower jaw, cheekbones, temporal bones, and tooth alignment.
Just like Gibson said, that means there are limits to the size of the people that they can snatch.
That's right. The limits of the mechanism mean that they can't snatch children, the elderly, or people who are very tall or heavy. And this is where the artificial muscle's attached.
Is it organic?
No. It appears to be coated with a type of plastic gel capable of mechanical response. Like human muscles, it creates mechanical energy through chemical reactions. And this is where the artificial skin is attached. In order to prevent the synthetic cells, developed using biotechnological protein design techniques, from rejecting the inorganic material below, they attach it gradually over a number of days.
And this is the stuff that gets cancer if they stay out in the sun too long.
Finally, they attach body and scalp hair. The process involves transplant of synthetic hair follicles as well, so the hair will grow back if it's lost.
What about scars or birthmarks?
It would appear that they make those adjustments at this point in the process, as they would for wrinkles to simulate age.
Now let's save. New terminal is installed on each preservation cylinder. Cylinders used to culture and the Snatcher's artificial skin. Endostructures are submerged within them. Here's that weak ultraviolet rays are being projected from above. This is really advanced, way beyond anything we saw at Queen's Hospital. The area is protected as a clean room. There's a door at the far end of the room. Not registering any sounds except those regular noises coming from the equipment here. Power's on. Look at this, Gillian. The data of people to be snatched is all being neatly processed. It's locked, but I should be able to open it from this side.
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here from the Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
with artificial skin maintenance being handled at Queen's Hospital.
But who's behind all this?
Gillian, look at this. There are some finished Snatchers over here.
Get a load of this.
That guy's an old
US
person.
president, the prime ministers of Japan, and the UK.
Gillian, you're in here too.
Figures. They were looking to snatch every VIP at the summit.
And the last junker, you. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond Neo Kobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd. With their flawed skin, pulling something off like that would really be difficult.
Chin said they had found the key to developing a perfect artificial skin. Maybe they've already produced it.
No idea. But the number of Snatchers here makes it clear that they're up to something new.
Gillian, this is definitely their nest. We should destroy everything.
Not yet. Not until we found Jamie. Metal, how much time do we have left?
The summit should have begun by now. We don't have much time. And once our legal privileges are suspended, I won't be able to help. In fact, I'll be forced to restrain you.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
Probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
A phased particle beam, huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack will leave just a large crater.
Metal, can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
I can't transmit here due to interference from the Snow 9. I'll have to leave the area and then send the message.
All right. Do it, Metal.
Gillian, don't forget. 30 minutes. You must get out before then.
I understand.
Gillian, I'm sorry I couldn't help you better.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move faster by myself anyway. 30 minutes should be plenty. Go, Metal.
Yes, sir. Don't forget. 30 minutes.
"30 minutes? Oh, this is gonna be tight. That room's the only place left to check. Let's take a look.
Oh yeah, sorry. I might have been reading the internet. Oh god. I need to reconfigure my buttons for that. Bam, bam, bam. Let's save in this one. And reconfigure my buttons real quick. Didn't see that coming. Dude, the delay is killing me. Dude, there's so many of them. What was Hideo Kojima's vision here? Alright, hello? Dang. What if I plug in a light gun? I got the old enforcer right here. Right here. How do I plug it in, though? Was there a light gun option? Hold on. You see,
Oh, no, not here. Jamie, I tried.
Amy, I tried. I don't think there was... Oh, joypad and gun. Oh my god, this is like a billion years back. Where's this? Let me see, hold on. Let's go back to here then. Then may turn out to be the last time we save anything. Slot 1. Are we in there? Save here then.
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here
All
from the
right.
Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
With artificial skin maintenance being handled at Queen's Hospital.
But who's behind all this?
Gillian, look at this. There are some finished snatchers over here.
Get a load of this. The U.S. President, the Prime Ministers of Japan, and the UK.
Gillian, you're in here too.
Figures. They were looking to snatch every VIP at the summit.
And the last junker, you. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond Neo-Kobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd. With their flawed skin, pulling something off like that would really be difficult.
Chin said they had found the key to developing a perfect artificial skin. Maybe they've already produced it.
No idea. But the number of snatchers here makes it clear that they're up to something new.
Gillian, this is definitely their nest. We should destroy everything.
Not yet. Not until we found Jamie. Metal, how much time do we have left?
The summit should have begun by now. We don't have much time. And once our legal privileges are suspended, I won't be able to help. In fact, I'll be forced to restrain you.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
Probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
Attack satellites.
A phased particle beam, huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack will leave just a large crater.
Metal, can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
I can't transmit here due to interference from the Snow 9. I'll have to leave the area and then send the message.
All right. Do it, Metal.
Gillian, don't forget. 30 minutes. You must get out before then.
I understand.
Gillian, I'm sorry I couldn't help you better.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move faster by myself anyway. 30 minutes should be plenty. Go, Metal.
Yes, sir. Don't forget. 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30 minutes? Oh, this is gonna be tight. That room's the only place left to check. Let's take a look.
Save. I don't have, there's no button to draw my gun. Hold on. Minor flaw in plan. There's no button for it. Hmm. It says W axis. Hold on. Wheel. It sounds like. Hmm. Something. Let's see. Hold on. Learning a lot. What I need to learn. Hold on.
Oh, no, not here. Jamie, I tried. Ugh.
So it says draw blasters A. I apparently reset the game. Hold on. We're gonna try one more thing and then I'll give up forever on this. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, I can't, we can't shoot up here? Oh, there we go. We're making progress. I figured out how to draw the gun. Problem is figuring out how to... Okay. Still dealing with slightly different problem. I think, hold on. Okay, okay. Save. God dang it. Alright, so I don't, like... where I have to shoot is so weird on screen. Alright, you know what? There's too many of them. Play the game at 50% speed. That's very tempting. Speed booster, though. I don't know how to slow down the game, I only know how to speed it up. Playing the game at 200% speed. Let me see if there's a... Because there's like some sensitivity and dead zone. I increased the sensitivity to 200%. Now 200% more sensitive. Just like me. That didn't help at all. In fact, that made it worse. Hold up. Make it 50%. 0%. Okay, 0% sensitive. I can only fire in the center. 50% sensitive. Yeah, that still is kind of weird. Hold on. I'm gonna give it a dead zone of 20%. Dead zone of 50%. I'm clicking over here to fire. Alright, that didn't help at all. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Oh. I found frame advance. Decrease speed is minus. How do I make it play at normal speed? If I tried 6-7%. Alright, any tassers in chat? What's the unframe advance button? I tried that. Oh wait, that's the wrong button. There we go. Just gotta shoot in weird spots. This is actually also terrible. There's too many of them. Bam, bam, bam. Oh my god. Alright, hold up.
I wasn't ready for that. They almost got me. All right, let's open the next door. Doesn't look like there's anything here. Whoa!
Ah. No. Oh my god. Thank goodness. I thought to save ahead. Save here.
Doesn't look like there's anything here. Whoa!
Ah. Dude, he gets you before you even get a chance to, like, play your gun. Oh my god. Shit.
Jeez. These guys are tough. Of course, I didn't exactly expect them to welcome me with open arms. Okay, let's try this next door.
Uh-oh. I almost got tricked.
Jamie, are you all right?
Gillian, you came for me.
Are you hurt?
No, they won't lay a finger on me. Not until the new artificial skin is completed anyway.
Artificial skin research? You?
Gillian, I've got my memory back. All of it.
What happened? Tell me, Jamie.
They said they'd kill him. They said they'd kill Harry. They forced me.
Oh, he's already
I
dead.
had to help them with the skin development. They said I had to help them because the professor was ill. Wasn't getting any better. Gillian, the engineer Harry, he's our son. He's been living on his own now for 50 years.
Jamie, I'm afraid that Harry's...
There was nothing I could do. They forced me. But I can't do it anymore.
Jamie!
The professor, he just died. He was over 100.
The professor? What? This old man?
Don't you remember? It's Professor Modner. Professor Petrovich Modner.
What? This old man is Modner?
He's been confined here for 3 years now, just to develop the Snatcher's artificial skin. Terrible. Doing that to your own father.
Whose father? Jamie, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You really can't remember, can you?
Jamie, tell me. Tell me who I am. What were we doing at the Kremlin?
Are you sure you really want me to, Gillian? It's all so awful, but if you must know, I'll tell you. Try to remain calm, okay?
I'm ready.
56 years ago, you and I were involved in a top-secret Soviet project. It was still during the time of the Cold War. The gulf between East and West was as wide as ever. Everybody was worried about nukes. At that point, the world's armies were at their largest ever. Leaders still believed that a strong military meant a strong nation. There were rumors that there would be an agreement to end the production of nuclear weapons. On the other hand, the major powers like the US began to get involved in a space weapons race. But not the Soviets. The conservative despots in the Kremlin had another, completely different idea for gaining military superiority. A horrible plan, something no one else would think of. At that time, the countries of the communist bloc were facing an economic crisis. Popular movements pushing for democracy were springing up all over. Communism itself was facing extinction. Facing pressure from the reformers, the Kremlin began to panic. And that's when that horrible, childish plan was launched.
And that was the Snatcher project. Replace your enemies' leaders with puppets of your own. Then you control their governments, their economies, take over a country from the inside out.
That's right, Gillian. And to develop these robots, they assembled some of the most brilliant scientific minds from around the world. Some of them were even brought in against their will. At the crux of that development effort was a group called the Frankenstein Project Team. You and I were members of that team, Gillian. It was a 4-person team led by the late Professor Modner here. The robotics expert was Professor Modner himself. His son, Elijah Modner, handled genetics and microbiology. For nanobiology and picobiology, myself.
Picobiology.
And for behavioral science and psychology, you, Gillian. Early development was carried out at a lab in Novosibirsk, but was later moved to a secret facility under the Kremlin. At the time, the Glasnost and Perestroika movements were gaining momentum, and they rightly feared for the existence of the program if it should become known. But some of the reformers did learn of the project, and they conspired with the US to block it. Gillian, you were a CIA special agent sent by the United States to infiltrate and sabotage the project.
I was CIA?
Yes, and the government knows that. That's why you were assigned to the Junker team.
What? Who am I?
Work on the project continued to go smoothly. But then, on June 6th, 1996, there was that accident. A mysterious explosion at the Chernobyl facility spread a bacterial weapon that was under development there into the atmosphere, destroying the country and the project. Gillian, was it you? Did you set off that explosion?
What? You can't be serious. You think I caused the catastrophe?
Somehow, during the confusion, Professor Modner and our son Harry managed to get picked up by American agents. But we couldn't get out in time, you and I and Elijah. In a shelter below the Kremlin, we entered a cryogenic sleep. Our plan was to sleep there until the toxic effects of the bacteria were safely passed.
And then 48 years later, 3 years ago, we were discovered by the 17th Special Investigative Force.
Yes, but when they found us, Elijah's pod was already empty.
Elijah Modner? That guy whose picture was in the church? The one that looks like Random?
That's right, Elijah is alive! Elijah is here and working on the Snatchers.
Why don't you let me finish your little story?
Who's there?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Jamie? Ah, yes. And Gillian.
What?
It's me, Jamie.
Elijah? Is that really you?
Random? No, not quite.
So you remember me, do you? I am Elijah Modnar, the only son of Professor Petrovich Modnar. I'm afraid I've grown somewhat old and feeble since we last met, however.
Elijah, why are you doing this? Your father, Professor Modner, he passed away a few minutes ago.
What?
My father is dead?
Elijah, what happened to you? The Elijah I knew could never do anything like this.
I've changed, Jamie. These 40 years have changed me.
I can't believe it. What happened to you?
What happened to me? Jamie, do I actually have to explain it to you? Jamie, it's you. Your beauty is the cause of all that has come to pass here. 57 years ago, I was obsessed. With my research, yes. And with you, Jamie. At the time, I was still young, having just graduated with my genetic engineering degree. My father's connections got me on the team.
This is how we end up with Mira.
I met you.
Or Mika,
You were working as my father's
Mika.
assistant. Your beauty, your smile, I was stricken. I saw something in you that I never felt with women of my own country. You warmed my cold, young heart, Jamie. You opened me up, and I couldn't stop my feelings.
Elijah.
Oh, I was so happy. The political situation was crumbling around us, but every day was a joy. I gained my father's trust, and with you there watching over me, I was able to work as hard as I ever have on the project. However, my happiness did not last for long. Gillian, it was you. You showed up and all was ruined.
Hold up. We haven't been able to save in like a really long time.
You arrived and joined our project team. Far from home, Jamie found comfort in a man from the same land. Your relationship grew quickly, and all I could do was stand by and watch. Jamie and Gillian fell in love, were joined, and even had a child.
Harry.
Even then, my feelings for you only grew stronger. Worried about me, my father tried to have me removed from the project, but I persisted. Jamie, I always wanted to be near you. And then, the democratic movements that had consumed the rest of the Eastern Bloc spread to our country as well. The Cold War was over. The hardliners who had pushed for its development were stripped of power and the project was cancelled. The reformers, trying to cover up the existence of such a crazed project, ordered that all materials related to it be destroyed and that we stand trial for our actions. Jamie and Gillian were to be returned to their homeland. That's about the time that I learned that you, Gillian, that you were a CIA agent, and that you were trying to pass documents on our research to your military. The country had sold us out. I'm no politician. I couldn't care less about what happened to the country. All I cared about was my research and Jamie. And I was to lose all of that, everything. For someone so young, you cannot understand how great of a shock that was.
Elijah.
That is when I decided, I swore I would see that secret, crazed project through to the end. At the time, the bioroids were 80% finished. The main part, their endostructure, was essentially completed. But we still were having trouble with the artificial skin, the area that Jamie and I were assigned to. We called it artificial skin, but there was of course no need to duplicate T lymphocytes, Langerhans cells, or endocrine cells. All we needed was keratinized cells and melanocytes to provide the pigment. With the artificial protein development techniques that we had in those days, full-scale synthetic cell development was very difficult. Research like this took months, years. The original project called for us to simultaneously snatch an entire country. In other words, a whole nation, or an entire city had to be snatched over the course of one night. For that reason, a powerful biological agent, which could quickly and effectively kill the population of the country, was being simultaneously developed.
Lucifer Alpha.
That's right. A type RAO11
What?
virus which another team was developing. For someone like myself, who was closely involved in the project, blowing up the lab was quite a simple task.
My God, Elijah, do you know what you're saying? That explosion killed half the world's population.
I moved all the materials and records essential to the Bioroid project into the shelter and executed my plan on June 6th. After sealing off the lab, I brought the two of you with me to the underground shelter and we entered a cryogenic sleep. But not before I programmed an atmospheric research satellite to transmit a wake signal when the danger from Lucifer Alpha had passed.
And 10 years later, Lucifer Alpha naturally mutated into a non-toxic form.
But the automatic revival system failed to work.
Oh no, it worked. Just as planned. It revived me 10 years later. A little sooner than the two of you, of course.
But even though you sealed the lab with the explosion and everything, you should have been exposed. Why weren't you?
Oh, I was. But by that time, the vaccine L Angels had already been developed.
So everything went just as you planned it then.
Yes, up until that point. But my real struggle was yet to come. My original plan was to revive Jamie as well, and for the two of us to finish the development of the Bioroids. You, Gillian, you were to stay asleep forever. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not after looking at Jamie's peaceful face there in the pod. Besides, I could never have convinced her to work with me on the project anyway. I knew the time was not yet right, so I changed the timers of your pods to permanent on.
How? How could you do such a thing?
And so for the next 40 years, I worked alone in that cold and lonely room under the Kremlin, trying to complete the artificial skin for the Snatchers. For days and days, no one would visit me. I never saw the sun or felt the changing of the seasons.
Man, this
Still,
sounds so familiar.
I always had Jamie by my side. You were always there for me to talk to. Just you and I for 40 years in that dark cellar.
You,
Oh,
me,
poor
Deborah.
man.
I forgot her name. Barbara.
And then, 3
Amy.
years ago, my research was finally completed.
Luna.
First, I snatched the Siberian Special Investigative Forces to establish a transport route for the Snatchers. And then, to test the effect of large-scale snatch operations, I chose Neo-Kobe City to be my experimental sample. Neo-Kobe is cut off from the surrounding areas, a sort of miniature country in itself, making it a perfect test site. And since it's a melting pot of various races, it would also allow me to gather extensive data on Snatcher modification and operational techniques. In addition, the element of suspicion or mistrust, which runs deep in Japanese culture, was another reason I chose this site.
But your test revealed a critical flaw in your machine's artificial skin.
Yes, quite unexpected, I'm afraid. All my research for 40 years. I gathered data and worked day and night to find a solution, but nothing seemed to work.
So that's why you decided to bring Professor Modner here, right?
That's correct. I discovered my father in one of the government's hospitals. He was old, but still very sound of mind. Naturally, he would not cooperate with me.
Of course not. He'd never become involved in something like that.
So, unable to receive his assistance, I decided that I had to have yours. But a mistake on my part allowed both you and Gillian to be taken into custody by the authorities first.
Just what are you trying to accomplish, Elijah? You must know you can never get Jamie back.
I'm only interested in discovering what I can of the human animal. In the past, it was because of Jamie. My motive is different now.
It sounds like you're just suffering from the wild arrogance that corrupts so many scientists.
Humans are such weak creatures. No matter how much they trust one another, the tiniest speck of suspicion can destroy it all. Look at how the Snatcher problem has caused such wild unrest.
No matter how much science advances or how high we set our ideals, we eventually begin to suspect each other, to hate each other, and then to kill each other. The Snatchers are nothing more than a tool for bringing out this reaction. I am simply using the Snatchers to elicit the true nature of the human animal. I think this experiment has shown me the limits of human society. I sincerely doubt it will be able to reach any greater level of prosperity on its own. If human society ever hopes to reach greater heights, what is needed is an absolute leader, a firm ruler who isn't affected by these trivial episodes of mistrust.
You're crazy if you think people would ever obey Snatchers.
Of course they wouldn't. But if they don't know, they cannot object. There has been a time in every age that the people have longed for a god to lead them. As long as they give the people no reason to suspect them, then they can easily become their gods, indeed, a new race of super beings. We are almost there. Once we perfect the artificial skin, Snatchers will transcend man to become this planet's true human beings.
But you'll never get your perfect skin now. Professor Modner is dead.
I no longer have any use for my father. I have a sample of the new skin he developed. Once I've analyzed it, I'll be able to make as much as I need. Or if need be, we could simply culture the keratinized cells, epithelial cells, and melanocytes in the quantities that we need.
What are you talking about? How could you get a sample of perfected artificial skin?
Why don't you take a look at this? We found this in the rubble of Queen's Hospital.
Oh my god.
Random.
Oh, an acquaintance of yours?
He's a Snatcher?
That term isn't exactly accurate. This bioroid was constructed by my father without my knowledge. He modeled it after me in my youth. He built it right here in this facility. And not only that, he programmed it to destroy Snatchers. This bioroid caused me serious difficulties. It's designed and built far better than my Snatchers. The machine itself thought it was human. My father input memories for it all the way back to childhood. Those too were apparently mine. Haven't you yet realized? Random Hajil is Elijah Modner spelled backwards.
What?
How like my father, silly old man. He did virtually overnight what I could not do in 40 years of effort. Furthermore, he makes a bioroid so perfect, even the bioroid itself believes itself to be real. What's more, the cells of the skin he developed are self-replicating. Once in place, no further transplants or culturing is necessary.
Is he dead?
Its main and locomotive systems are completely shut down. It's just scrap now. But the artificial skin is being kept alive. This we need. With this, we can move to phase 2 of our plan of full-scale infiltration of the world's major nations.
The summit's already over. You'll never succeed.
What does the summit matter? Nothing holds us back now that we have this perfect skin. We can go anywhere we want, and there will be no way to tell us apart. I will have free control over the world. Nothing will be able to stop me. Politics and free thought will no longer have any meaning. My will alone will decide the course of human history.
You egomaniac. Do you think you can snatch the entire population?
There's a fully automated Snatcher factory under the Kremlin. Even as we speak, scores of new Snatchers are being born.
But no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to snatch the people's heart and soul. What do you hope to gain from this anyway?
Jamie, the human race is composed of fools. But I'm different. I will be its savior.
Indeed, not just of mankind, but of all life on the planet.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Metal!
In 10 minutes, this
Metal
church will
Gear.
be struck by a phased particle beam. I am guiding the beam from the attack satellite using GPS and 15 navigational satellites. The beam cannot miss. Everything in a 2 to 3 kilometer radius from me will be destroyed.
Stop this foolishness now. I will not have my research destroyed by some souped-up pocket calculator.
Metal, what happened at the summit?
The delegates, worried about the Snatcher menace, voted unanimously to allow the use of nuclear weapons on the city. The military is presently imposing a quarantine on Neo Kobe.
What? Do they intend to kill everybody?
The populace is in a state of panic. However, they have agreed to lift the quarantine if this church is struck by the phased particle beam. This is our last chance. I will handle things here. Gillian, Jamie, you two must flee.
You insignificant mass of metal. You'll never...
One move and I detonate. Gillian, run!
Metal, this is crazy!
We can't let a single Snatcher get out of here. And this new artificial skin has to be destroyed as well.
I will not allow some talking scrap pile to get away with this. If you were the aiming point for the beam, then I'll just have you thrown out of here.
Yeah, that'll
Grab
work.
this little one and take him out of here.
Metal!
Cowardly little robot.
You always were a real pain in the butt.
Oh my god, it's random. Here to save the day. Wait.
What's that?
Oh my god, it's random.
What? How did...
Who could have seen
You're
this coming?
supposed to be deactivated.
3
I don't
hours
go
ago.
down that easy, old man.
Stop this foolish...
Shut up! Let's try to make our final moments peaceful, shall we? And you Snatchers, you touch the little guy and the old man's head comes off. Random! I've always hated being used. Why don't you watch the final act with me?
Gillian, you only have 5 minutes. The turbo cycle is just outside on standby. Use that to flee.
Let me go. I'm Elijah Modner. I'm your original.
I don't care if I'm an original or a copy or what. You and I are gonna die right here. If we both die, there won't be a copy anymore now, will there?
The stupid logic of a simpleton. Of a machine.
Whatever it is, it's my will!
Machines have no will. Machines cannot sacrifice themselves.
We'll see about that.
You have 4 minutes. You must go. And don't forget to take care of the factory under the Kremlin.
Stop!
Gillian, even if these memories in my head are fiction...
Yeah, I know what you mean. Our memories of our time together are all too real, Random.
Gillian, you become one hell of a junker.
Gillian, it has been most recreational being your partner.
Oh, Metal!
If you can, try to pick up the pieces for me, okay? Like we did for Little John?
Little John? Oh! Okay, Metal.
Hurry! You only have 3 minutes.
Thanks! Thanks, you two! Jamie, come on!
No! Don't let her go! No!
You pathetic old fool! You don't even know how to love someone!
You stupid machine! What is that idiotic grin supposed to mean?
By snatching you, I'm finally gonna get my real self back!
Snatch him.
Random, there's less than 1 minute to go. Thanks to you, everything will be fine.
You don't owe me any thanks. Sorry to get you involved in such a big job. You did great.
You're a hell of a junker.
3, 2, 1, here it comes!
Later, kid!
Later, kid. Whoa.
Airport Division has completed boarding. 7th Mechanized Infantry Team has completed boarding. 17th Special Engineering Squad report for boarding immediately.
So you're really going, aren't you?
It's our responsibility, too. Besides, if I go to Moscow, I may get some of my memory back. And if that happens, I'll be able to love you even more than I do now. Wait for me. I want to be with you, but first I've got to destroy this terrible factory of theirs. Jamie, when I get back, let's try living together again. What do you say?
Oh, what about Mira? Mika. Mika was her name. I hate Mira.
We'll
Mika's
be
all right,
waiting
though.
for you too.
Katrina! Mika!
Mika!
You're here too?
You better be happy, Buster, with all these beautiful women seeing you off.
I'm happy you came. Let me introduce my wife.
Jamie Seed. I suppose it's a little odd introducing myself a second time, though.
What do you mean? You've never met them before, have you?
What are you talking about, Gillian? We're good friends.
Huh? Since when?
It's the first time I've met her in person, but I've spoken with her on the video phone a lot of times.
What? Have you guys been talking about me behind my back?
Ha 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 ha. Oh, hello. Trying to learn more about you was what got our relationship started. Oh, let's see. I knew it. We really became close, didn't we? Relationship has gone beyond just being friends. Beyond just friends. That sounds pretty good to me. Oh, don't be stupid, Gillian. You have a warped mind sometimes, you know. What? I was telling Mika about how lonely it was being home alone all the time. She told me that Jamie was always worried about me, so I gave her a video phone call. Even Alice gone, I was really lonely. Katrina. Forgot about Alice. It was so easy to talk to. It's like I've got two real sisters now. Please sorry for all the worry I've caused you. It has some rough time. It has had such a rough time. She lost almost everything practically overnight. Couldn't stand to leave such a cute kid all by herself. She's done a really great job. I owe her a lot of thanks. Don't worry, Mika. This is one job I won't mess up. You're just like family to me now. By the time I return, I'll probably have my memory back. Don't worry. Promise to make you happy. I'm gonna memorize every detail of Katrina's lovely face so that I don't forget it. Gillian, will you stop that? I feel like you're undressing me with your eyes. He did see you in the shower. Don't worry, Mika. This is one job. I don't care if you get your memory back or not. Why? Because getting your memory back will mean that you'll remember those things about me that you hated. Things that I hated? What are you talking about? Dealing with each other's imperfections is part of what being married is all about, Jamie. Gillian. Don't worry, no memories will change how I feel about you. Thank you, Gillian. It's good to hear you say that.
So have they finalized what they're going to do about Junker operations? I suppose this will end up being our last mission, huh?
Well, originally they were planning on disbanding the team, but now they've decided to keep us in business.
So that means...
That's right. We've been designated as one of the government's special police divisions. That puts us above the regular cops.
So the government has decided that crime by machines poses a bigger threat than crime by humans from here on out, huh?
They've chosen the new chief, too. So when you get back, you'll get to meet the new head honcho.
Well, it's comforting to know I've got a place I can come back to.
Have a safe trip, Second Lieutenant Seed. I'm a second lieutenant as well, so let's try to work well together when you get back. What? I'm a second lieutenant. How come my rank is even lower than what I had in the army, eh?
Whatever you do, just come home safe, okay?
When you get back from this job, you still have a dinner date to keep with me, you know.
Don't worry. I won't forget my promises to either of you. Oops, almost forgot. Of course, I'll want to spend some private moments with my wife, too, huh? What's wrong, Jamie?
Amy was a snatcher the whole time.
Harry and I will be waiting for you to get home.
That's Harry's hat.
We can do it this time, Gillian. Not some fake couple like before, but with love and trust.
I know, Jamie.
Take care, Gillian.
I'll see you, Jamie.
In-game ranking system. I assume that means based on getting shot. What?
Metal?
Yes, sir. We didn't have a good frame to work with, so this is just a temporary body. Just call me Metal Gear, Sega CD for now.
So they found your memory chip in one piece, eh?
Random protected it from the blast of the beam.
Random, huh? Wait a second. I've heard that sneeze somewhere before.
Really? I didn't hear anything. Anyway, I want to know if you'll take me with you. Please, Gillian, please take me with you.
Hurry up and get on board, partner.
Yes, sir, Gillian.
Very accurate, but also looks hilarious.
Throughout history, suspicion has always bred conflict. The real conflict, though, resides in people's hearts.
True.
This conflict has just begun.
Snatcher 2? Is this Kojima talking? I see. Alright, well that was Snatcher, I guess. I'm sure this is continued in Snatcher 2. Walk on the beach. Dang, never finish. So... kind of made up an ending. It was continued in Metal Gear Solid 4. The ending was snatched. Anyways, how come they never let Kojima have anything he wants? It's never fully realized. Nobody ever lets him do what he wants to do. my CD skipping? Maybe he should start his own studio. I agree. He should start his own. Anyways, so this game was it's whatever. Better than one of the games I played this week. I don't really have any anything, I guess. It's whatever. It was okay. I didn't really care for anybody or anything going on. I'm not really into Cyberpunk. It's kind of whatever. What was my favorite sound effect? All the ones I recognized from Lunar. Like setting lore. Yeah, I'm not really into Cyberpunk. I could see how it would be different if I was, but I'm like not at all. I do think actually Metal Gear here. I'm glad I've like I know this was obviously way before Metal Gear Solid 4 came out, but I'm glad I saw this game after Metal Gear Solid 4. I do wonder how much this game influenced a lot of other like games of this style, or if everybody was on their own page and they never played this, it was just similar. Didn't sell very well back in '88. I think well, there's always like this outspoken, like sometimes you'll hear like a lot of people talking about how much they love something, but financially it actually didn't do very well at all. The early like Persona 3 and 4, like we always make jokes about Gex. Gex sold more copies than the Gex series sold more copies than the Persona series. But the Persona series you hear more about than Gex, even though more people played Gex than Persona. So which one is really the popular one? Yeah, it was financially popular. Which one is the popular series? If I was to come up to, or just walk up to you and be like, hey, which do you think is more popular? Persona or Gex? You would probably think Persona, just because the gaming communities are more likely to talk about Persona, but more people played Gex, like far more people. It was probably, I think before Persona 5 came out, it was something like 300% or like 3 to 1 or something. So like, I mean, it's always hard to say like how well something actually did versus how many people were talking about it. Either way. Or even actually like System Shock. System Shock was like huge, and I forgot the other game he did before BioShock. There, like some of those early games that I forget, the BioShock guy. Some of the other ones he did were like very well received, like got high ratings in magazines and stuff like that, but they sold like no copies. Yeah, Finding Nemo. It's that sort of thing. It's an interesting topic that I'm not going to dive into because I'm going to the, I was going to say beach. I'm going to the snow beach. So I'll see you guys for next trivia. Hope y'all enjoyed Snatcher. Yeah.